Buongiorno, buonasera, good evening, good morning. I don't know, you choose, but mamma mia, mamma mia. So I read Tare's interview to AC Milan, okay. And as usual, when somebody talks from AC Milan, it just gets depressing. It's always so mediocre. It's always so much mediocrity that I'm struggling to stay positive. I'm struggling to stay positive. So in this video, you get a little bit of a rant because it's been a while, I guess, that I'm not ranting and whatever. Today, I feel like this. You know what is the sentence that gets me? The sentence that gets me is, so the number 6 is the most important position for us, Tare said. And when he was asked, how do you plan to substitute Reijnders, he said, substitute for Reijnders. We have Loftus-Cheek. We have Loftus-Cheek. He's a genius. But do we want us to substitute Reijnders? We have Loftus-Cheek. But can I read this kind of stuff first in the morning? We have Loftus-Cheek. Mamma mia, the mediocrity. Tare, this is not Lazio. Please, per favore. I'm trying to put all my trust in Tare and Allegri because that's all I can do in this management. This management drives me crazy. It's depressing every time. Nobody paid for the mistakes of the past year. Nobody paid. How crazy is that after a year like that, nobody paid? Is Furlani untouchable? Probably he's untouchable. I don't know. He's under Elliott. But can I see stuff like this? Like, why are we so slow? Every time we are so slow with the market. Can we get a deal done? Can we not, offend So every time we try to buy a play, we have to lowball everything. And the strategy is the same. Tare and Allegri, I don't think they have a say in anything at this point because the strategy seems to be, okay, our main strategy is to look for players that can cost 20 millions. Let's not push it too much. Let's not pushing too much. And the names that you hear usually are those kind of players. Zinchenko. He said about Hernandez that Hernandez wanted to leave. He wants a new experience. Okay, I can't say nothing to that. But I don't know, since the replacement seems to be like Zinchenko or whatever players that, please, let's keep Hernandez at this point. Maybe try to convince Hernandez to stay one more year because he didn't want to go to Saudi Arabia, and I think he's going to go to Saudi Arabia. So maybe you can convince him to trying a winning season with AC Milan instead of just giving up. But now AC Milan wants the money. We want the money. We want those 30 millions, right? And Musa. There was a deal with Napoli, 25. But why do you have to push it? Furlani, this one. Why do you have to push it for 2 millions, was it? It was 25 millions, but Furlani wants 27 because he's a tough man. He's an Iron Man. Furlani is an Iron Man, a top negotiator, and he wants those 2 millions for Musa. Musa showed us that he didn't deserve, much in AC Milan, okay? Because technically speaking, he can grow, blah, 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 all that you want, but in AC Milan, I think it's not the right environment for him, and he's gonna go nowhere if he stays in AC Milan. So it's better for him that he leaves AC Milan. You got a team crazy enough to make you an offer for 25 millions, which is a lot given the performances of the guy, and you think about it because you want 27. So I don't want to see a midfield with Musa and Loftus-Cheek. I don't want to see a midfield like that. So Loftus-Cheek is in the plan of AC Milan. We understood that Loftus-Cheek is not a player that we're gonna sell because he's a genius and we don't understand anything, and we have to hope that Allegri does something to him and he becomes a top player. I guess that's the only thing we AC Milan supporters have to do is hope. Always hope. We always hope for best. How sad is that reality? To me, it's very depressing. I can't stand it, Jesus. What else did he say? He said that we are gonna play with a midfield of 3. So I guess Modric, Loftus-Cheek, Xhaka. Is that what it is? But can we get Xhaka? I don't know. I don't think so, because we don't offer enough money for that. So, one thing Milan tried to do, which is doing an offer for that Club Bruges, that young player Jashari, that I like. That is something that I can get to. I like that player. I will be happy to have that player. And Milan offered some money. Okay, so here I'm gonna give them a bone. Yes, they offered some money because we offered the 30 millions and Bruges wants 40 millions. So in the end, we're not gonna get him. So, well, what? Or it costs that too much, and we're not gonna strong young players. Unfortunately, the reality is that they cost a lot of money. You wanna be like PSG? 50, 60 millions per player. That's what you have to do. You wanna be like Milan? Let's get random weak players for 10 millions. The reality is this: you want talented player, or you have a great scouting team that gets you like player for not much money and that nobody knows, or that few knows, or you spend the money. So we can't spend the money because we prefer to spend in a different way. If it was me, I would get like at least a good midfielder, young, good, promising. But we're not going to do that because it's too much money. And then you have the wages, the salary is too much for that, too much for this. So every replacement that you hear about usually is like, they earn too much money. And then Furlani said that Ibrahimovic has never been in the company because he's part of Redbird. So I guess we knew that. Mamma mia, such a mediocrity, this AC Milan. Every time I hear mediocre things, a mediocre thing. Tare, this is not Lazio, please. Let's try to now this can be, I said this many times, but this can be a good year for AC Milan to win. This can be a good year because there's so many changes. Inter, he's still like mentally a little bit broken from the Champions League. They're gonna have to change, and Kivu is a big question mark. You can believe in Kivu as much as you want, but he is a giant question mark. Inter has a good team, but we don't know how it's gonna do. Like Atalanta changed the coach, Gasperini went to Roma. Juve is gonna stay with Tudor, and so far in the FIFA World Cup, Club World Cup, is doing good, but he didn't face strong teams. This is summer football anyway. So the key that like Tare and Allegri, they're in AC Milan to bring a change, but not to revolutionize. Nobody's asking you to revolutionize AC Milan. We're asking you to get like good player fast, because we take so long every time that by the time that we're interested in a player, you get other teams coming in. You know the rule. The rule is AC Milan does not do. How do you say? Does not. If there is another team coming in for Leone, for example. AC Milan will not raise the money. AC Milan gives you his offer, and that's it. You take it or you leave it. And most of the time, they do leave the offers. We don't even try. So Leone, we want this Leone. Can we get it fast? Because a lot of this, I know that we're only in June, and a lot of stuff might happen in July. So my complaints here might be premature, you could say, but this is how I feel today. So that's why you get this kind of rant. So this, what was I saying? Leone, like for example, Leone, you're convinced by Leone. You want Leone, get him fast. Get him fast before other teams like, I don't know, Barcelona was the rumor, come and get Leone. You gotta be fast, and we are not. We're always so late with everything, and we always have to push it. No, there's too much money. How? But we give you half of that money. But when we ask Musa, we want 27 million. Good morning, good evening. I don't know. Today I'm like this. I don't know. Mediocre.